Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We are here on Nowhere, Kansas for FS22, a 16X. That's right, you read the description right. You read the thumbnail right. A 16X wilderness map. We're continuing our pre-release testing. Last night we showed this off for the very first time, and it tried a bunch of cool things. Way off in the distance, you can't even see. Right there. Where my cursor is a little hump. That's some buildings. That's where we were yesterday doing our testing. Today we're down south and we are building out some farms. I had a little challenge. See how many people on the server could come on and build their farm out. We bought some plots of land down here. So we've got this little farm built out here, farmhouse. We've got a grain dryer, fuel tank, pigs, couple sheds, manure. I took this plot of land. Let's take a look at it. I took plot 16. And you can see I outlined with a plow 16. And then I put a fence in order to border this off, so we make sure that we stayed within our borders. How wide and how deep is this plot of land, you might ask? Well, I measured it, and approximately from fence to fence. Here, let's go admin. I'll make this faster. From fence to fence, this plot is 341 meters wide approximately, and from street to the back end of the property, which tails down by the train tracks, it is approximately 564 meters. Now I know you metrics folks, you like your even tens, right? So 1,000 meters is a kilometer. So we're a half a kilometer deep and over a quarter kilometer wide. A standard map is 2 kilometers wide and 2 kilometers tall. So what, we're a quarter of a map deep and a little over an eighth of a map wide. Is that right? So 564 meters north to south, 341 meters east to west. And we are building out our farm here. Let's continue back to building out this fine farm. See what type of sheds we can put in here. I don't want to use this AGI shed because I like it, but I got a lot. Maybe we should do it there. I'm also trying to not get into the habit of placing things like square them off. As well, I know. We'll go with that. Oh, we need production. I need a fermenting silo. They're under sheds. Silos, that's where they are. Maybe if I just keep rambling, I'll figure out where these things truly are. More logging, less building. Are you serious? It looks like we're just literally randomly placing things. We're not quite. But I could see how you would get that impression. We're doing our darndest with the few things that we do have activated. How far can we go before we're too far away? Okay. We'll do that. You don't need a water tank, but we'll put one down anyway. You know we're not putting down any, you know we're not putting down any silly, pressure washer. 2 million square feet, Walter. That's converting meters to feet. Is that what you're saying? That down. All right. We're not going to do any of that. Oh, you know. The lady of the household, she likes her garden. Where's the spawn point for that? Where's the pallet? Okay, it's over here on that side. They're gonna cheat. Get that. Oops, come on, get that off. Alright, I think that's good. Let's look at this. Alright, we got a long drive. We're gonna come in a long drive. Right, now we're gonna deco this out. We're gonna make sense of this. Chris, no, this is going to be a PC only map because it's 16x. 16x is about 15x bigger than a console can currently support. Okay. Oh, Mr. Easy got caught by the bot again. Darn bot. Darn bot. Right. What a big tree. No, we're not going to have one of those here. All right, back to this. The bot is touchy. And this farm guy, what is up? Is Giants Editor the only way to delete placeholders that aren't on land you own? I would say maybe, maybe not. So if you have something called easy dev controls, right? If you have easy dev controls, there's delete objects input. If you turn this on, you should be able to walk up to just about anything. And if you have your hand on it, I'm not going to do it because, right? If I walk up to this and I'm looking at it, and if I hit delete, then it'll vanish. But it may be restricted to land you own. I gotta turn that off before I go and delete something. I don't want to delete. Okay. Paint. Decoration. Oh, well, thanks for the straw bales there, Tuki. That's great. That's great because now I can demonstrate. Look, I can demonstrate making things go away. But he never knew that he was being such a helpful person.
What happened to your solar panel there?
Oh. Oh, I don't see anything.
That's cheating.
No, I don't think so. Huh. That'll work for now. Oops, wrong way. And then we will pick this up. Put the dirt brown. And I need concrete. Right to, let's see here. Grass along here. Oh man, easy peasy. What are you typing? Gotta put spaces between the sentences. The sentences. That's the type of lag I'm talking about. Tree time. Oh my gosh, that's a big tree. And then buildings. Oh, where does it go? Decoration. Others. Yeah, too bad that does not match at all. Dang it. Just so that it's a little, not the exact same tree every inch, right? Just to give a little bit of visual difference, so they don't look like they're exactly the same. All right, like these two are the exact same, but then I rotated these a little bit, so hopefully they look a little different. All right, I think that's getting there. It's getting there. Let's tie these in, and then we'll get on with making fields. We still need that. That still needs fixed. That was not what I had wanted. Then we're going to flip this around. Okay. Welcome to our farm. Just kind of let's go make some fields. Oh, thank you, Kansas Farming. Let's get this lined up. Whoa, what are you doing? What are you, where are you going? Why are you going weird? Oh. Yeah, when you got create fields on and your tractor starts doing weird things, that can get rather scary. I think we'll do right up here by the field, or by the road. I think we'll do one continuously long field. Just be a square one, and then we'll do some other ones back there. But yes, we are hoping, I am personally hoping, that we can deem this map as bug-free as possible before too far into the weekend, if not before the weekend. I can, and that's what I will do once I draw it out. I just want to draw it out with a plow first. Just think of it as me outlining. Right, so this is just me outlining what I want to do. Your fancy pants tractor there.
Not the one on my actual farm. I bought the crappy hydro one.
Oh, it's nice of you to bring me straw for the for my cows. That doesn't look too bad for.
But then I got sidetracked
for about 30 minutes of just plopping things down over there. David, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, you gotta watch out for him. So which one did you build? The trees and the cows, or this one over here with the house and the pigs?
I did the one with the pigs. I don't know who did this. The one over here with the little lane. Doesn't look like they finished.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see anybody on today when I jumped in to do the 2 updates. Yep, so that's our land right there. That's our first field. Drawn out. All right, David. Sounds fine. So we can go here, we can go paint, and we can paint in plowed ground. So we're gonna make it square. Or square, right? Yep. Dang it, I had it right. Let's get the GPS heading at the bottom to 90. We are at 90. So now I can just hold the cursor down.
Power poles are missing collisions for sure.
Time to redo that.
Oh, that one's not, though.
So I gotta get rid of the grass first. Then we can plant our paint plowed ground. As long as we have our GPS set, our coordinate set, the mini map to 90 or 270, I can just use the WASD key to draw perfectly straight lines. Shane, what's up? One perfectly square field later. That's what we have in Kansas, right? Our big square fields. And round fields. Huh, look at that. It's one field. Let's go out to 180. All right, come on, 180, not 181. I want 180. All right, we'll go to 270. Can I get 270 on the dot? There are no mistakes. Everything can be fixed. Huh. Switch this back over. We get back lined up on 270. Come on. Give me. All right, fine. Can we go 180? Can we do 90? We can. Get over grass. I'm gonna put down a cloud texture. Let's see what this all looks like. This is the Bob Ross of farm making. If y'all like what you see, and we did do a farm build live stream series about a year ago, actually, on a map called, the map was called The Holler. And in fact, right before Platinum dropped, or Premium dropped, oops, that's not what I want to do. Right before Premium dropped, we were doing a live stream, I guess you could call it Let's Play type style series on that map that we had built out last year. And so you can find the playlist for that in the channel. If you want to watch more. A Holler is a PC map. It's a standard size PC map that basically has predefined roads, predefined sell points, an established town, and I think 8 or 9 farm building plots. Has pre-established fields too, if I didn't say that. Has 8 or 9 possible building plots laid out, but nothing on them. Right? So it's basically a hybrid wilderness map where you have the map itself pretty much defined, and then you can go in and just basically build out the farms to your liking. And that's exactly what I did about a year ago. Oh, shoot. This is why it's important to get right at 180. That's good enough. We're not seeking absolute perfection here. What we got so far? 1, 2, 3, and then we put... Those are my garden plots. Those are my plots for a garden. So I got 1, 2, 3 fields. Garden vegetables. And we'll draw out a few more fields here around the back. And then maybe we'll start trying to do a little farming on them. We want plowed plants. Plants is where we're going to find plowed ground because that's just how it's set up. Once again, let's go to 270. I had it. It'd be easier to hit 0. I use a trackball. So there we go, perfect. So sometimes the fine motor skills are a little short supply because of that fact. Why won't you let me? Come on, where is it? Strange, it ends right there. So the thumb isn't the most dexterous of fingers. So trying to hit just a degree or two can be a little challenging. Strange, it won't let me paint below that. There we go. Nope. It's very strange. Sorry, we'll work with what we got. Well, I use the trackball, trackball because my gaming setup, I don't really have a desk. Used to be heavily into sim racing, so I actually game in the old racing rig, the old racing cockpit, if you will. And as such, my desk is a little 2x2 end coffee table. Oops. So I need something that is, I don't have a whole lot of room to flail my hands around. Well, all my mistakes are well written, well documented. It's not how you got there, it's the destination that matters. I'll let that let me go all the way. Interesting. Oops. That's just to show you that if you can't do it from one angle, just try it from a different angle. For whatever reason, that worked. Now, sadly, we really don't have a good way of measuring, I guess, the sizes of these fields. Because the mods I would use typically to measure fields relies on them to be defined in the map, like normal fields. And fields you create really are not defined that way. Oh, we're burning through money like crazy. Clearly, it's expensive to paint fields. CFL Saskatchewan, which makes you think that this is not my real name? That's the question. That's a very valid question. fix this where we plowed it up. And then we'll leave the fence in. There we go. It would be, yeah, it would have been by accident, but I mean, every time I accidentally log into Facebook, I think there's people messaging me like obituaries of me. I don't know if that's like a thing that people like to do or something for some odd reason. Now, I did read an interesting article today, and you all may or may not find it interesting, but at any rate, it was all about the abundance of fake AI photos that are being pawned off as actual photos on Facebook. Apparently there's quite the popular thing these days is to claim that your son or daughter or even yourself has painted something or carved a dog out of wood. And this article showed like all these various iterations of the exact same photo, and basically that they were all AI generated. And the AI basically had ripped off a real photo of a real artist that had actually carved the dog and posted it somewhere. And then they were talking about a similar one, but it was a girl, typically a young girl, and they're shown holding up a painting of either themselves or just some other person. And, you know, it's people claiming, oh, look what my daughter did. She's 6 or she's, you know, 10 or whatever. So it's a good life lesson of one cannot believe pretty much anything they see on the internet, because everything and anything these days can be so easily faked. All right, well, that's close enough. It's close enough to satisfy me. Oops, that's not. That was a misclick if there ever was one. Be cautious what you see. It's not always. That's gonna make it hard to get into there. There, we had a bale shed now. All right. Allow create fields, turn that off. Okay. Welcome to our farm. Our little creation. Let's start planting something. Cedars, mo meters, V5O feeders. Give me a cedars. Let's use this. Yeah, let's use. Can we have enough horsepower to do this? Oh yeah. Let's have fun. This is one of the things that makes the premium expansion, in my opinion, so much better than Platinum. Because Platinum was very focused on...
Do you have like a random collision right here too?
Yeah, let me see.
Here, let me get off spot or try to.
You know what it looks like? It's remarkably high enough to be a fence. At one point I put a fence across the front.
Oh, it didn't delete the collision for some reason then.
I probably need to restart the server.
It Hydra's by trigger worked. I just thought I'd make sure it applies at least on 1 of your sections. Most of the bale cells work.
All right, let's go. The T860, I have no idea. What's the T860? That was autosave. The T680. Oh, I haven't been in ATS since last Sunday. Well, good luck, David. Glad you joined it, or glad you won it. Yeah, that's a nice pack, right? Pretty good retail value on that too. So if it was something you were going to buy anyway, it's going to save you a lot. Yeah, once he said a new ATS truck, I knew that that was the second 100 years Kenworth truck that they dropped the blog post on. You know, while we're making our way up to the dealership, we have time to do this. Giants today did a blog post about their holiday break, and they gave us this nice little video I thought I would play. Right, we got winter scenes from all of the maps. All, was it 5 maps now from Giants? 6? Instead of having, I guess, Santa's sleigh in the sky, we've got farm machinery that is in the sky. Kind of a weird thing going on here, and then it suddenly starts to fall out of the sky, which kind of seems scary to me. Uh-oh, now we're plummeting. If you hadn't seen this, again, Giants announced that they would be going on holiday break until January 2nd. So there will be no more mod testing. They implied there might be mods releasing, maybe, over that break that were already scheduled for release. And we are still driving toward the dealership. So let's bring that blog post back up, right? So they've got their holiday break, their video. They gave us a couple cute little holiday e-cards if you want to share those about. They will have support that is going to be ready for product key activation. So activating games. But basically no new mods tested and uploaded while QA is out with a break. They will be back in early January. And there you go. So go check that out if you hadn't already seen it. I would not expect anything new for quite a while. Well, Shane, it is a 16x map. 16 times a standard size map. So yeah, it takes a long time to get anywhere, and that little corner that we were working on way down south, right, turns out Walter did some math. It was what, 2 million square feet, I think his math was, because it was 341 meters east to west and 564 meters north to south. So half a mile north to south and over, no, half a kilometer north to south. And what, there it is. I was like, where is it? So yeah, what better time to show the video than when we are literally driving several maps. So off in the distance, right under the little HUD, is a big silo complex, which is in the extreme southeast corner of the map. So that's what makes this map unique, Shane, is that it is a 16x wilderness style map. You can do a whole lot of farm building on this, or you could have a whole lot of people on here. So you can have up to 16 players on a dedicated server I'm pretty sure that 16 even console players could join a dedicated server. Now, this map is going to be PC only release, so sadly console players are kind of kept out of the loop on that. But imagine having 16 players able to join on a server with this map, and basically everyone owns a plot of land. So we have several plots of land down here to the south that are all about the same size. We own plot 16. Or there's some bigger plots right on the edges. And then we've got this massive plot over here that itself is larger than a single map. Right? Oh, here we are. I'm running at full speed. And it's like, is that thing even moving? Yeah, barely, but okay. So this is the plot we built out. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields on this plot of land. And we built out our farm there. Well, Chilliwack became laggy because there was way too much machinery. There were a few folks that had way too much stuff. Now, it did get laggy when we were all changing, when we had 9 people in there, like, doing field work and stuff. The other day we had 5 on here, all plowing, and not a problem at all. So I don't have the mod in. Tell me how big each and every one of these areas are. But when we do a proper map tour, we will have all the tools that we typically use. We only do map tours, or I only do map tours on released maps. So we are going to be waiting until it's ready for release. That's what I thought. I need to come over here to buy seed. So now we can start seeing our farm populate in over there. Now we still need to go way over there to get seed. So yeah, I mean, I've got my render distance turned as far up as possible for the most part, and there's still things that vanish, right? Like, I can barely see the shop back there now. You can barely see off in the distance the sell point that's in the far southwest corner. Farmland's pretty cheap, relatively. So the land I bought was $119,000, right? 14. Sorry, $4 million. Farmland 6 was $600,000. The shop is right here. So this is where the shop is, the animal dealer. There's our farm. Look at that. So other than the texture's looking weird, is it fertilizing?
Yeah, it put it up to like 10 or 11%. I don't know what's going on with the texture. And it's draining the tank like extremely fast.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe try it the other direction.
I tried both ways. I went up and down on the one end of the field. It's parked there if you want to give it a try.
Jonah, it's the render. So that circle is basically the full render, right, of the short LODs, level of detail. So your max LED is within that circle. And then outside that circle is another LOD. In theory, there's another circle outside of that maybe is even lower LOD. So all of this down here is all of those smaller chunks of land. Coming up here so I can buy seed. Jonah, I might buy that truck for our New Year's Eve live stream. I might buy it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do a Christmas Eve ATS live stream or not. That's not to be established yet, but typically I buy trucks. I try to buy a new truck at the start of every month. I didn't buy a truck last month, so we're due for buying a truck. So I'll probably buy one soon. I work up until noon on Friday, and then I'm done for the year. So then we'll have plenty of time to do things, and prep things. What do you all think? Seriously, let me know in the comments. Is this the type of map that you've been looking for, ending for, wanting? It seems to be in a fairly high interest as far as view count since yesterday. 3-week holiday, that is nice, David. That is very nice indeed. Oh, well, I guess I can't cross the train tracks here. Sure I can. Alright, I think this is the seed. Oh, good it is. Okay, we can buy seed. That's confirmed. There is a big train that comes through here. Very loud train horn when it does come through here. Wait, what? You shut down for 3 weeks, so gotta use up leave or what? Now that's not cool. If the company's shutting down for 3 weeks, why do they make you use your own leave? Or you're not going to be paid for 3 weeks? It's not your choice. That's wrong. That's wrong. Rabbit Rob, what's up? What's up? Now we close on the 22nd. We're back to work on the 2nd, but all that's paid. All that is paid, and is in addition to all the leave that I already get. Well, management listens when people leave. But, you know, I know you're in a different country. So there's different expectations, different standards, right? No, no, Optimus. There's definitely no challenge other than a comical challenge that I put out for someone to do all root crops on the map and use a standard harvester. So I get like, I don't know, I get a day and a half every 2 weeks. What does that come out to? I think I get a day and a half every 2 weeks. I get more leave than I can ever burn up. Plus the mandatory break at Christmas. We give everyone now, I think everyone gets 3 weeks when they start, plus the week to week and a half at the end of the year as an added bonus. So we still have the crop counter enabled. What can we plant? We're just going to turn that off. Crop growth. Seasonal growth off. I was going to say, oh my god, tell me this thing does no-till. But I've been at my place of work since 1996, and have been grandfathered in so much on leave plans. No one will ever earn more leave than I do, because all the leave schedules have been changed since then. But those of us that have been there since those other leave schedules were inactive, or in effect, I should say, we keep them. So congratulations to us, I guess, right? So if anyone doesn't know, this is the Bennar combo system. This is part of the premium expansion. So we got the root crops, we got the new Zimalka map, and we got a whole fleet of machinery, not just specific to harvesting those new vegetables, right? 39. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, about 6 to 7 weeks, right? 5 days a week. I mean, it feels like I could take off half the year and still have leave. We can carry over 170 hours. I don't know how many days that is.
I think I might need a bigger plow over here.
Oh, well, I got one over here, but it won't fit your tractor. Or you can do what I did and just paint them in. It's faster.
Oh, I was just having a little fun, so I bought all the little tractors with that tiny, what's that one brand, Saytech brand stuff for them.
Yeah.
And parked them up in my yard. I don't know how anyone could stand to plow with the two bottom one.
Did you see my little vegetable strips over here I put in? I was gonna plant potatoes and beets and carrots and parsnips in the little strips.
It's not a bad idea.
I mean, you know, it's just, we're just messing around because it's testing. Oh, thank you, Shane. Thank you, Shane. Like I said, I just slapped it in there real quick to build something out because I really wanted to see. Right? This plot down here. Here, this. 16. What could we build on 16? Right? It's one of the smallest building plots on the map. $119,000. What can we build on this? A pretty decent sized farm for any other given map. So, David, typically Americans work 40 hours a week. That would be the typical American work week. Yeah, Monday through Friday, first shift. Yeah, of course, there's different types of jobs will work different types of shifts and things. My employer, our work day officially starts at 8 a.m. and officially ends at 4:30 p.m. So our full-time work week is 37 and a half hours. But that is not the typical work day. They changed it from 40. It used to be 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, which is a typical time frame. Some people work 9 to 5 and I guess don't get the hour off for lunch. I don't know. You know, some people work different shifts slightly, right? But, you know, 8 hours a day is typically the American work week. But several years ago, they decided to change it to end our workday at 4:30. I don't know why. It doesn't make a lot of sense. At one point, I thought I had heard the rumor that it was because of so employees could beat the traffic. I work in a rural environment. There's no traffic. I've worked in cities before. I've worked where there's rush hour traffic. That doesn't exist here. Ever. So I don't know. I don't know why, but at any rate, it's 37 and a half hours. I mean, the vast majority of the employees at my establishment is our hour or salary. So we don't get overtime anyway. In our department, I might have, well, let's just talk about the people I manage. I manage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I manage 6 full-time staff. 2 of them are hourly. The other 4, including myself, are salary. Right? Doesn't matter how many hours we work. It's the same paycheck every day. Yeah, well, I mean, and then over the summer, typically for the last several years over the summer, we've had half-day Fridays. So They're like, if you get your 37.5 hours in, then you can just leave at noon on Friday and have yourself, you know, a good Friday afternoon. Well, for us salary people, right? The way I see it, there's plenty of times when we put more hours in than we get credit for. So I'm not really that bothered with keeping track of. Did you all work over lunch Monday through Thursday to make up your hours so you could leave early on Friday? No, it's just. As long as we get our work done, I don't care. Like last week we swapped out a major piece of network equipment. We obviously couldn't start until 4:30 when everyone else left. And we basically swapped out the core routers on the network. They were end of support at the end of the year. So we basically swapped the network brain. And we started at 4:30. I left just before 7 p.m. Me and two other guys left just before 7. That was last Thursday. We didn't stream last Thursday. As a result. 55 hours. Yeah, now they're like I think typically law enforcement here in the States will work 12-hour shifts. And I think they might work like 3 12-hour shifts and be done. Construction are typically working 4 10-hour days. Around here, construction doesn't happen on Friday. So they typically work Monday through Thursday. Richard, I am thinking that straw harvest is coming either Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day. So you all work Monday through Friday then, Farm Malls Forever? So around here, just about any construction job is vacant on Fridays. Six days a week. So for those of you that care, this map does have multi-terrain angle. You don't know what multi-terrain angle means? It means that you get more angles than is typically delivered by giants on a map, so we can do things like this. And we look, right, we have nice smooth curves drawing in, as opposed to things being angular. Now we do have far more terrain angles in 22 than we had in 19, but still. It's just appealing to the eye to see those subtle terrain changes or angle changes. Well, you know, yeah. Construction's hot while it's hot, and when it's not, right? General Smith, what's up, sir? How you doing? Tell you what, when this map does release, I'd love to see your all's creations posted over on the Discord. We have a screenshots channel for people to post their creations, things they want to show off. Explanation Discord, if you want to join that. There it is. For the next 5 days, we are giving away a mystery game per day. Still an opportunity to pick up a random Steam title. Tomorrow we're giving away a copy of Hot Wheels Unleashed. A fun little spin on a racing title. Hot Wheels themed. Yesterday we gave away the Outer Worlds. I don't remember which edition. It was a pretty well equipped edition of the Outer Worlds. What are we going to give away on Friday? Well, you just have to check out over there. It's a surprise. Well, Genetic, you might like what's coming up. I don't know. Spacefaring edition. Yeah. On the 23rd, what, Saturday? Yeah, I think on Saturday I'm going to be giving away two titles on Saturday. One is the follow-on to the other. Yeah, it's real judicious of you, right? Oh, you know you're playing at an angle there.
I guess this is where the GPS line took.
Oh.
I never looked at the map, so I didn't notice.
Yes, you're flying at an angle.
I've just been zoned out, turning around every once in a while, letting it drive on line.
That's okay. We knew Tukey was special. He's a little crooked.
It don't help there's no reference points when you're just standing on a flat grassland, too.
Well, isn't that what Kansas is?
Pretty much. This is what the whole state looks like, just about.
I mean, I've teased that if folks that have never been away from the Midwest come east, they might go crazy. by being overstimulated by all of our hills and, you know, things to look at.
I'll be fine because we have hills here since glaciers never went through my part of the state.
Oh, the giant nature smoothing tool.
Yeah, we're in the whatever the heck they call it, driftless region here.
Ah, Mr. Easy, now you can take it easy, right? I hear it's hard to make good money as a trucker these days. I used to watch a trucking channel, and I mean those guys were making hand over fist money. It seemed like. Now it seems like the scraps are hard to get. And if you got into trucking because it looked like it was easy money, well, I think it's proving to be not such easy money anymore. I mean, company men didn't look like they made out well. But if you were in the right area as an owner-operator, it looked like you could work the market pretty good. With the tools these days, right? Various load boards and other things. You can pick and choose. I mean, this guy, like, you know, he had some kids. It's like he wants to go to Florida for a vacation. Well, he just books a load to the destination, you know, the city or near the city that he wants to go to, and he basically pays for his vacation with the money you earn on your load, right? But not these days. Who knows? It may never get back to that point. With all the various economic pressures there are nowadays. I did get gas for $3.62 today. I was surprised at that. I was willing to pay $3.92. I guess it wasn't $3.62. It was 13 cents off of $3.75. So yeah, I guess that was $3.62. I think it was called Just Trucking. You also spent way too much money on cars, in my opinion. But yeah. If you haven't used an app called Gas Buddy, I really suggest you check it out. I was going to fill up. The app said $3.92 at the local gas station right down the street from me. So I was like, okay, yeah, let's go there. Plus, they were running a deal, 13 cents off. 13 cents off the street price. And I got down there, and the street price was changed from $3.03 or something to $2.75. I was like, what? They were severely undercutting everybody else. Oh, what does the what's the 1693 sound like? I think we have that pack installed on the server. I'll have to look and maybe try it out. Given the fact that this is a what is this, a 9-meter? The fact this is a 9-meter cedar, these are some pretty good sized fields. Oh, Walter, you're at 244 for unleaded. What state are you in? Our prices are just below $3 typically. They just dropped below $3 like 2 weeks ago. So look up pre-cup cat, huh? Uh, 1693 cat Detroit cold start. Oh, come on. Let's get this thing running. Ah, like that. That's it. That's it, huh? South Carolina. I wonder if South Carolina gas is cheaper because is that like a major port where they're bringing fuel in? And transport costs are down. Maybe South Carolina doesn't have a lot of taxes on fuel. Right? A lot of time the prices at different states is a result of various state taxes or local municipality taxes on fuel. Yeah. I mean, Europe, right? Europe's going to be high gallon rates. Oh, you were hearing a 1693 cat. You get back, you're like, what the heck? It's that rattling. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Autosave. So yeah, I think I'm going to talk to Will, map author, and see what else he wants us to test. But I think honestly, we're able to sell the various things at the various sell points. We can buy the stuff at the buy points. We've placed all of the custom buildings and such that are a part of the map. We've got that production running. We set that up the other day, right? So I got silage being produced. I've got compost being made. I guess we didn't go and try propane. Let's see here. Propane. Why did it not tap me into that right away? Oh, there it is. This map does not have contracts because it doesn't have fields. So that little patch of sunflowers is the only field on the map. It is a wilderness map where you create your own fields. And as such, there's no contracts to be had. So pull that PDA up. Right, so the only fields that exist on this map are the ones you create. I gotta figure out which side has propane. That's anhydrous, so propane's over here. Yep. Let's tag it. Oh, that little green beam. We gotta go all the way over there. At 50 miles an hour, it's gonna be a little while. I think for us, I think at the pump it was four something for diesel. Because I was just putting those fuel prices into Gas Buddy just to update them. Because I was staying at the pump anyway. Yeah. Although I think historically, right, historically the U.S. has been lower fuel prices than lots of other areas, either through various government subsidies or just our own fuel production offsetting the importation a bit, maybe. I don't know. I don't mess with it. There's Tuki's establishment. Here we've got something built out a little bit more fleshed out. It's hard to believe that's just one buyable land. It's the smallest plot you can make almost. Very much when I was driving around, it was less than $1. I wasn't 10 cents under that. I started driving in the late 80s, we'll say. My first car was a 1980 Pontiac Grand Le Mans. Rear-wheel drive, 2-door. I swear that thing had 80-pound doors on it. Yeah, not like today's cars where the door goes all the way up and around the window, right? This is the old model GM car where you open the door, the window is just flopping around. So, you know, the car gets a little age to it, the window gets loose. You shut the door, the window just rattles. The only thing keeping rain from coming in is hopefully a good seal between some rubber weather stripping. You definitely didn't want to wreck, right? Because cars were not near as safe. Alright, so that works. We're just going to teleport. I built out a ramp, you know. We had to test the ramp yesterday. Oh my gosh, we don't have a collision on the pump, on the tank. Call Will and and cancel the release. Yeah, the headliner was falling out of it, so I had taken a stapler and basically stapled the headliner up. Alright, that works. Wait, who put a chainsaw in here? Grain dryers 2. I will activate that. And we will see if we get any corn maze, corn dry. We live on the edge. We live on the edge of reality here in nowhere, Kansas. Back when steering wheels were little spindly things, now they all have airbags in them. They're giant things. I had wire to hold my hood down because the latch didn't always latch all the way. And if I didn't wire the hood down, the hood would pop up on the safety latch, which, by the way, did its job. It definitely kept the hood from flipping up and slamming the windshield. And then the fuel gauge stopped working, so I had to keep track of mileage. And I don't remember how many miles I would drive before I'd go fill it up again. But, yeah, we got rid of that. All right, well, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to finish seeding this field, and then we're going to call it for the night. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow night, I don't think we're going to do anything. I think I'm going to take the night off from streaming on the off chance that Giants is still in the office. If a map drops or with the Mod Hub, we will be releasing a map video on that. I'll be talking to Will, trying to figure out what else he wants tested here. Because I feel that we have pretty much covered everything that should be covered. Keep an eye on the channel, because when the map does go full release, we will be putting out a map video on it and publishing that. That'll be one good way of knowing when the map is released, and also where it's released. It's going to be released over at nexusmods.com. That's where Will has all of his other maps for FS22 and FS19 released. I have no idea, Walter, when the Thrustmaster farm stick will be back in stock. I actually didn't even know it was out of stock. So yes, if you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click the bell, that way you get notified on all new live streams and video uploads. Friday night, we'll be doing our Friday night Forza night over on our secondary channel, FK's Funhouse. Exclamation point FK's Funhouse should give you a YouTube link to that. That's where we post all gaming content that is not farm sim related. We do ATS content over there as well. But again, I don't know if we're going to be doing our Sunday night convoy night like we typically do, since that is going to be Christmas Eve. We'd love for you to subscribe to both channels. That way you keep up with the crazy antics of the Mayhem crew on other multiplayer games. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can by becoming a farm boss, farm baron, farm hand, or farm king. Those are 4 levels of membership. You can read more about it by checking the join button down below the video. If you are on a browser, you'll be able to see that. Farm boss and above will get your names in the credit. Farm Baron will get a shout out at the start of a pre-recorded video or live stream on the channel, as well as being listed in the credits here at basically the end of each video, both on this channel and over on the Funhouse. Until next time, happy farming.